Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain the deletion process in a B tree. So we have gone through the insertion process in the B tree in some of our previous videos, and in this video I am going to explain the deletion process on a B tree. So I have drawn a B tree for the purpose of showing you the different sorts of different cases of deletions. So this is a B tree of suppose this is the B tree of order 5, order m is equal to 5. So this is a B tree of order m is equal to 5, where we are going to do some deletions and show it to you how the deletions are performed on a B tree. So first let us go for a deletion which is quite simple. So first we are going to delete a node which is a simple node deletion from the B tree. Suppose we are going to delete 95. Suppose we are going to delete 95 from this B tree and see how that deletion of 95 takes place. So suppose, see this, if we just go to this 95, if we locate this 95 in the B tree, suppose we are going to delete this 95. First we have to do the searching. So we have to find where the 95 value exists on the B tree. Suppose we go towards here, we see that 95 is not over here, so it should be present on the left subtree of this root node. So we go to this portion and come over here, see that 95 is not there, 65 and 86 are there. 95 is definitely greater than 86, and so we shall find it on the right subtree of the key value 86, that is on this portion. And we are going to search in this portion to get the 95. Yes, we find this 95 over here and see that this particular node contains 3 key values, and for an order of m is equal to 5 for a B tree, we can easily delete this 95 and get 2 key values intact on this level. So 95 can easily be deleted, and we can just perform the deletions by simply deleting the 95 from over here. So now after deleting 95, I will just rub off a little portion to accommodate the deletion process. So just let me rub off a little bit of portion so that we will assume that 95 has been deleted from this node. So there was one value which was, I think, 100. 95 is being deleted. There will be 2 nodes now, 2 key values now. So there will be 3 child nodes, 3 pointers to child nodes, and the 100 will remain over here along with 90, and 95 gets deleted by the process, by a very simple process of getting it simply deleted. So now after this we are going to delete some other value. Suppose we are going to delete, suppose we try to delete the value, this one 226. Suppose we go to delete this value 226. How that 226 deletion takes place, I will just show it to you in a bit. So first we have to locate the 226 in the B tree. 226 is greater than 110. We will find it on the right subtree of 110. So we come over here and find that 226 is present along with 120, and we'll try to delete this 226. But suppose if we go on to delete this 226, see what happens to this entire node. It will be left with only one node, one key value. It will be left with one key value. So one key value means 2 child nodes, 2 addresses will be associated with that. And we know that for a B tree of order m, for any internal node, there should be number of child nodes which are of the order of ceiling of m by 2. That is, for m is equal to 5, we will have 5 by 2 ceiling. That is, ceiling of 5 by 2 is nothing but 3. And if we see that there are 2 child nodes after deletion of 226 by a simple process by which we have deleted this 95, we will be left with 2 child nodes, and that should not be the case because that will violate the total basic concept of the B tree of this important criterion, that is the number of child nodes for an internal node should be ceiling of m by 2. So, ceiling of m by 2 here comes to be 3, and so we will be left with 2 child nodes. That will violate the concept of B tree. So, in order to delete this 26, we have to do a particular operation, that is, we will not simply delete this 226, but we will in the process of deletion of 226, I will get this 226 deleted, and then I have to find whether anything can be borrowed from the downward nodes in order to accommodate over here, so as to satisfy the condition of this ceiling of m by 2 child nodes in this particular level. So, suppose if we just take some values like this, if we take 200 from over here, we could have taken this 221 from over here to be accommodated over here, but that will also violate the principle discussed just a bit ago, that is the ceiling of m by 2 condition will be violated. So, we cannot take this 221 from over here. So, what should we take? We will take a value which is the least value from the right subtree of 226, which is the least value of the right subtree of 226. The greatest value from the left subtree should cannot be taken because it will leave us with 2 child nodes, which will violate the basic principle of B tree. So, we will take this least value from the right subtree of 226 and see over here that there are 4 values. So, we can easily take this 300 and accommodate it over here in the place of 226, and we will be left with 3 key values with 4 child nodes, and that is perfectly okay for a B tree of order 5. So, after deleting 226, what we will see, the change which occurs in the B tree, I will just accommodate the change by rubbing off a little bit of portion to save some time and space. So, I will just rub off a little bit of portion from over here and accommodate the deletion, accommodate this 300 over here in order to perform the deletion of 226. So, let me just rub a little bit of portion and just show it to you in a bit. I will just incorporate 300 over here. I will just incorporate 300 over here. So, 300 will be placed over here. So, we have taken this 300 from over here, replaced that 226 with this 300, and 226 will be deleted in the process, and we will be left with these 3 values now. Just let me rub off a little bit of portion from here, and we will be left with these 3 values over here with 4 child nodes, with 4 child node pointers. So, we will be left with 440, 550 and 601. 300 goes over here, and this is the situation after the deletion of 226. Now, we will perform some more deletions in order to show you some other possibilities in this particular deletion on a B tree. So, for that we will just let me delete some other node. Suppose we will delete this 221 from this B tree. So, 221 is present over here. So, first we have to search for 221 and then delete and try to delete this 221. So, this we'll just try to delete this 221 and see what is done over here to delete this 221. So, this 221 when deleted leaves us with 2 child nodes and 1 key values, which should not be the case. We should violate the very principle or very basic concept of the B tree. So, we will have to borrow some values of the other in order to accommodate, in order to perform the deletion. So, if we just delete this 221, we will be left with 1 key value and 2 child nodes. Then what to do? Then in this sort of case, when we are going to delete it from the leaf node, this is a leaf node. Suppose this 221 is found by searching this 221 from over here to 221 is greater than 110, it is greater than 120 and it is greater than 120, so it will be found on the right subtree of 120, and find that 221 is present over here, and this 221 is present on a leaf node. And so in that case, if we go on to perform the deletion from a leaf node, where we will be left with the less number of child nodes which are permissible for order m, for a bit tree of order m. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to try and borrow this 300 from over here. We have to try and borrow this 300 over here to get it placed in place of this 221. So that will also make a little bit of problem for us. That will also reduce this portion of this node to 1 key value and 2 child nodes, which will also violate the concept of B tree, because 5 by 2, the ceiling of 5 by 2 means 3, and we will be left with 2 child nodes. So that is not the case which we should keep it like that. So we have to do some sort of another operation to borrow something from over here to replace this 300. If this 300 is taken from over here to here, we will take this 440, that is the least value from right child of 300, and from here we see that there are 3 key values with 4 child nodes, and easily we can take this 440, this least value from all the key values present over here. We can take this least value and keep it over here, so as to get 2 key values over here and 3 child nodes. That is okay, perfectly okay for a B tree of order 5. So what should we do? We will perform the deletion. We will perform the deletion of 221 in a way so that this 300 comes over here and this 440 is pulled away from over here, is taken away from over here to replace this 440, so that everything is perfectly all right. So this is the process by which we will delete 221. So let me just accommodate the deletion process by rubbing off a little bit of portion, doing a little bit of changes over it. You will follow this practice by drawing separate diagrams for deletion of nodes. After the deletion of a particular node, you will draw the tree afresh and accommodate the deletion. But in this video, I am just in order to save some time, I am just doing it on the same figure. So please don't practice that, it is not recommended. So this 95, so this 221 deletion will get this 300 coming over here, 221 will get deleted by the process, 440 will be coming over here, leaving behind 2 key values and 3 child nodes. So that will be our final position. So here we will be left with this 221 gets deleted, 300 comes over here. So 300 will come over here, and this 440 from over here will go to, sorry, this is 440. This is 440. So this 440 is taken from over here, taken here from over here, and this 300 comes from here to here, 221 gets deleted by the process. So now we see that the deletion has been done perfectly in a perfect manner. So this is the deletion of 221. Now we will go on to delete some other values so as to show you another case of deletion which will perhaps reduce the height of the B tree. That is, we are going to delete, suppose this 70. Suppose we are going to delete this 70. So we will now perform the deletion of 70 from the B tree. So that will make some serious changes in the B tree because of the complicated situation involved over here. So this is the most complicated situation. I'm going to just show you in a bit. So this suppose this 70 will be deleted. We will locate this 70 and find that 70 is found over here. If we delete this 70, we could have taken this 86 from over here, but that will leave with one node, and if we take this 90 from over here, this will also become one key value. So there are paucity of nodes in performing the deletion in the previous ways which we have shown you a while ago. So now we will perform the deletion by a method in which we will see this 70 will be deleted by the process in which 32, 44 and 65 will be accommodated over here, and this 32, 44, 65, 81 will be together, and this 86 will be promoted to the higher level, and this 120 and 440 will also be accommodated along with 86 and 110, so as to make the root node have 4 key values with 5 child nodes. And in this process we have to draw the tree once again in order to show you how it is done. Suppose we are going to delete this 70. What will happen to this situation? We will be taking this 32, 44, 65 and 81 along together, and 70 will be deleted by the process, leaving behind 86 over here, which cannot remain over here. It will be coming over here. So if it comes over here, the tree will shrink in the height from this left subtree portion of 110, that is the root node 110. So the tree will not remain balanced in that case. So in order to balance the tree, in order to keep the leaf nodes at the same level, which is the essential criterion for a B tree, we have to take this 120 and 440 along with this 86 and 110 and accommodate these two values on the root node, so that we will have this sort of figure. We will have 4 nodes in the root position with 5 child nodes. This will be 86, this will be 110, this will be 120, this will be 440, and now we will see that 86 will have something like this, which will have, say, how many values? 70 gets deleted, 32, 44, 65 and 81 will be coming together. So here also we will get 4 key values with 5 child nodes. So now let me just write the values. This is 32, this is 32, this is 44, this is 65, this is 65, and this is 81, and 70 gets deleted by this process. Now we see that 86 has a right child in this figure with values, with key values 90 and 100. So it will remain in that position from over here. 86 as a right pointer, and we will get this, we will write these two values as it was before. So it will be just like it was before in this figure. 90, 100, cross, 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 these are null pointers. Now 120 has a left child in 115 and 118 over here as key values. So now in that case 120 will still have its left child as like this, as it was before. So what was there? 115, 118. Now what will be this 200, 300, it was present on the left subtree portion of 440, the key value 440. So it will be accommodated in the same manner as it was before. So no changes over here. 200 and 300. And now this 550, 601 was present on the right subtree of 440, right subtree of the key value 440. Now it will be like that only. So there are no changes in these nodes. 550, 601. So this is the B tree after the deletion of this 70. It is a little bit of involved, the case is a little bit of involved over here, whereby we see that some sort of special operations which we have performed in order to recombine recombine values from these two nodes, and recombining values from this portion 86 and recombining this 86 with 110 and getting 120 and 440 also along with this 86 and 110, so as to give you a root node having 4 key values and 5 child nodes. And in this process we see that the level of the tree, the height of the B tree, which was previously 3, now height has shrunk to has shrunk to 2 from 3. So the height of the B tree is decreased by the process of deleting 70 from the B tree. So it is a very interesting case to be noted. So this is all we have to explain in this topic, deletion in a B tree. So if you have any doubts and queries pertaining to this entire deletion example, you can well post your doubts and queries into the comment section below so that I can address them. Thanks for watching this video.